Hi all. In this session, we are going to see how we can use Robotframework and SeleniumLibrary to connect to existing open browser. In what situation this will be useful for us is when you have to debug a code, or like when you want to develop a piece of uh, code and if you want to test it. For that, you need to have the web application in specific state. Say for example, a web application flow can have 10 number of screen navigation, and if you want to test your piece of code in the 10th screen, without this option, every time you have to run from first screen to ninth screen. So that piece of code you have to run, and then you have to debug the new piece of code that you are currently developing. So here, the time that we use for navigating to first page to ninth page, or to maintain or create the previous state, is unwanted time, right? So many times we will try to execute our code to see everything is working fine. For each time, starting from the page 1 to page 9, or you want to enter some 20 fields and then you want to test the 21st field, this is time consuming. So we want to maintain a state in the browser, and then we want to only test the specific piece of code. So that will help us to save time. So this approach I'm going to show you can help you to do that. You can open a browser and you can navigate to that specific page, or keep the browser in a specific state by entering set of fields, and then you can run your code to check whether that code is working for that specific object or validation. Okay. First, we need to open the Chrome browser in debugging mode. So this is the command for opening it. So now the browser is opened in the debug mode. Now I am switching to the PyCharm window where our code is available. So here we have some piece of code uh, which we use to set the options to connect to already open browser. So first 3 lines of code is what we use to specify the Selenium library to connect to existing open browser. So these 3 lines will be used to configure the code to use the existing library. Here you can see the port number for debugging address is 9222. So this is what we used when launching the browser in the terminal. So in the terminal command, we used this particular port number. So now we are going to navigate to the application where we are going to try out our code, and then we will use this input key text keyword to check our behavior. Now we will go to the application. So in this application, first name has the value John. Now we are going to input a different value. So input text is the keyword, and then locator, and then the text we want to set. Now I'm running the code. We will see in the browser the value is set. So you can see the value is set as expected. So this is how we can use the code to connect to existing browser for our debugging purpose. Thanks for watching.